Autobots, transform! And knowing is half the battle. Undercut! No, I am your father.
So what's today's going, Jackie? Oh, you can...
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Retroverse. I am your host, Adam, and with me, as usual, is Mr. Man-at-Arms with his man crush behind him on the poster. Hang on, I got to turn your mic back on. All right, there you go.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's up?
That is quite a large man-at-arms that you have behind you there. That's
He's very large.
very large.
In charge.
Large and in charge.
Yes, sir.
So what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How's everything with you?
Oh, man, we got a lot to talk about on this show, so it's going to be a little bit of a long one. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the toy show a little bit, go over some of the stuff that I found there, and then we're going to do a second half of the show today and just do a spoiler alert Spider-Man Homecoming review and discussion. So there will be spoilers. Cannot stress that enough. So we will do a little pause between our regular segments and the review, so that way if you want to turn it off, you're free to do so. So yeah.
Yep.
So I think we got a lot of our audio issues and stuff worked out finally, and I think we can finally get on with our regular show.
Bringing the game up.
Bring it up. Yep. That's what it's all about. So let's hop into it, man. Today, here in the St. Louis area, we had our toy show that they have every couple months, put on by Toyman. It's kind of a toy show / Comic-Con, a little bit of everything. It was really cool because they actually opened up the upstairs area, which is the first time they've opened that up in like 15 years. And it was really cool. They had all the artists up there. They had some really crazy stuff, man. They had, regular comic book artists and stuff, but they also had these vendors up there that were selling these dolls. Okay, so they take these regular dolls, like one of them was a Mickey Mouse stuffed animal, and they make them like horrifying. They make them very gory and sharp teeth and kind of crazy looking, beat up and bloody, and they do this with like all kinds of different dolls, and it's very, very creepy. So it's amazing some of the stuff that you see at these things, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, creepy dolls would be I don't know, man. Especially like a Mickey or what would be a good one? What would be a good doll to see all creepify? The old Ronald McDonald, how to tie your shoes, how to Velcro doll, like that.
Yeah.
One now.
My 7-year-old was kind of freaking out about the Mickey Mouse. He didn't really care for that too much, and as he was walking by, he's like, "You guys are gonna ruin somebody's childhood."
Too late.
Too late, buddy. But no, we had a good time, man. We got there about 9:00, and it was a pretty big show. They actually had a line going out the door, people to get in. So that's usually a good indication when I go that there's a lot of good vendors there. It's sometimes it's hit or miss. I mean, there's times where I've gone through there and there was just really nothing that I was looking for. Sometimes the prices on stuff are kind of crazy, but that's, I've taught my son that when we go there, we make a pass through the entire place, look and find what you want, then make a second pass through. So that way you don't blow all your money on something as soon as you walk in the door.
Something you may or may not want. You're just excited for the moment.
Exactly. Because you may find that same item, an hour later at another vendor for half the price.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and it's kind of fun actually going towards the end of the day. They usually run it from like 9:00 till like 3 or 4 o'clock. But I've been there a couple times later in the day, and you can get some really great deals because the stuff that's left over, they're just trying to get rid of it. They'd rather sell it for cheap than have to haul it back home with them. So you can get some pretty good deals. I got some really good deals on some of my Toy Biz X-Men figures that I've not really been looking for, but they were ones that they were kind of common ones that I don't have. There was a couple of them that I actually hadn't seen before that I didn't know of. And the guy that was selling them was like, "Look, man, I'll cut you a great deal." And I ended up getting a bunch. I think I got 5 or 6 of them from him.
Really?
For really cheap.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog is scratching at my door. I was trying to get my wife to get her.
No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, there was go check out our Facebook page. I posted about a 2 or 3 minute video. I wanted to do more Facebook Live on there, but there was just too many people. I mean, the place was kind of packed, and it's kind of hard to get. The aisles are pretty narrow, so if you got one person on each side of the aisle looking at those tables, it's hard to get through. Yeah. So everybody's kind of like squishing and squeezing through, trying to get by. So I didn't really do a whole lot of Facebook videoing. Plus, I was just trying to look out for some of the stuff that I was wanting and stuff that you were wanting.
Yeah.
And we found some good deals. So
yeah.
I'll show everybody this. First off, I know this is something that this is actually one of the things that I got for you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, here, let me pull it out of the bag here and show everybody. Here's your guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's in good shape. The legs and everything are really tight. The paint is really nice. There's a couple spots, like there's one right, and you can't really see it, but right there on his head on the little horn or whatever is a little worn off. But other than that, the paint's in great shape. But what you were looking for was this.
Yes.
This crossbow.
Whole reason.
And the bat. Now, what is this? Does this go on his arm?
Yeah, it goes on his wrist. Here's here you go. Because I couldn't get him with all that, but there. I don't know if you can see it. The cape.
Oh, the cape. Okay.
Yeah. You didn't get the cape with this chest piece, did you?
Nope, didn't get the cape.
Yeah, this guy's face is pretty dirty, and he got knocked up. I got him for like $7 though, so.
No, that ain't bad. That ain't
bad.
But
the cape. This was what drew me to it. Was the cape.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So now I guess with this one, I'll be sending this to you with your other thing, and I guess you'll have a complete one then, huh? Is that everything?
Yeah. Yep. And then it's too bad about Modulock, because Modulock would have completed the horde.
What are you talking about?
Are you?
I told you I got it.
35. You got it for 35?
I got it for 30, dude. I talked him down to 30. I told you I did. Yeah, and because that guy, the one I found, I don't think they were all there. I kind of just opened it up and peeked in, and it was in a Ziploc bag, and it didn't feel very heavy.
Oh, yeah, the comic and everything.
Right, and then I was walking back around, and I saw this one for cheaper, and the box is in a lot better condition. And I haven't gone through and counted all the pieces, but I think pretty much everything's there. I know you said there were supposed to be 22 pieces.
Yeah, 22 pieces.
I'll just let you.
Is there a gun in there? There should be a black gun.
No. Let me see.
Not 22 pieces.
No. But a lot of arms, a lot of legs. There's a body piece in there. You got the comic,
and you got the instructions, right?
Yep. So I got the. Yep. There's two instruction books. There's 2 instruction books here.
Hell yeah.
This one is. Yeah. You got this one.
Yep.
I think that's not really instructions. I don't know what is this. I guess. Oh, I think you got 2.
2 of the same.
2 of the same. Yeah. So.
Somebody just kind of slammed him in there. What comic? I guess.
He gave me the right one, the Modulock one.
Okay.
And it's in it's in perfect shape. There's no creases or anything anywhere on it. It's perfect.
Yeah, I got maybe 15 comic books now. So
yeah, there was another guy there that had 4 or 5 of the comics, but I wasn't really interested in those. I just wanted to make sure that you got the one for your guy.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thanks,
But
dude.
yeah, the box is in really good shape.
So you don't think it's a repo, do you?
No, it's not in that. I mean, you can tell it's definitely old, but it's it's got some creases and stuff. Like, well, mainly like right here where it's been open. I could get it in the shot
where
here.
you open, yeah, where
it's open here, you can see it's kind of worn.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the box, I mean, it's in damn near perfect shape. Looks there's a rip right here.
Yeah.
A little bit, but still better than nothing,
Hell yeah.
So I'll be boxing that up and sending it to you.
Sweet.
And I'll show you a couple of things for anybody out there that is into the toy biz stuff like I am. I thought this was really interesting, and I picked these up from this guy. I was actually kind of on my way out. So these are the X-Men, just regular basic X-Men. My green screen's kind of messing up the picture here. These are just your basic X-Men, what you would find regular Toy Biz. But if you look, oh, damn it, right here, it says Tycho. That's normally where the Toy Biz would be. And
Tycho.
Yeah,
okay.
So the guy was explaining it to me, and it kind of makes sense when I look on the back of it, because on the back, can't really read it, but right here it says UK. So this is the European version of this, and I've never seen these before. I didn't know that Toy Biz wasn't in the UK back in the 90s. So Tycho produced these toys for Toy Biz to be distributed in the UK. So I got the Wolverine and I got the Iceman. Same thing. In perfect shape. I mean, the guy even put them in these cases too. Really? So just protect it. And I got a really good deal because he was asking $40 for the both of them. And this was like, as we were walking out, I stopped by and I looked at them and I was like, look, man, I was like, I don't have $40. How much would you take for one? He's like, well, I really want to sell them both at the same time, sell them both at once.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't have $40, dude. He's like, how much you got? I said, I got $29 left. He goes, I'll take it. Like I said, man, people just want to get rid of some of this stuff, and some of the pricing on some of that stuff is ridiculous to begin with. AJ kept going over to this one guy that had a bunch of Nerf guns, and he'd pick one up and he'd look at it. And he's like, Dad, can I get it? And I'd look at it, and the guy was asking like $30 for, and it was nothing special. It was just a little Nerf gun. Yeah. I was like, no, buddy. I was like, that's too much. I'm trying to teach him how to wheel and deal on some of this stuff, but
well, yeah, they usually you go like halfway in between the two, and then you just slowly meet in the middle. But my question for you, since you did bring it up, and I know it's kind of off topic, but another movie, you just said Nerf guns. I did see that we posted on Instagram about that Nerf gun that you made look like Star-Lord's.
Oh, yeah.
What Nerf gun is that?
God, I don't even remember. It was... I'm not sure the name of it, dude. It's been so long, but it's the one that you pull. What is it? There's like two triggers. And you hit the button, and the things like pop open and pull back to expose the Nerf gun part.
Yeah.
And then you pull the trigger, and it shoots the top, and then it pull the trigger to shoot the bottom. But
because I watched the other day, and I saw him with his gun, and I was like, holy shit, he did a good job replicating that gun.
Yeah, man. I picked it up from Target. It was just a Nerf gun that they had. It wasn't specific to Guardians of the Galaxy or anything. It was just a Nerf gun that they made, and it was just perfect. I mean, it looks just like it. So, just like the mask or the Star-Lord helmet that I made. I made that out of an Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yeah.
It just
pretty awesome, man.
Took me a long time to do it, but
I wonder if you made a couple of those guns out of the Nerf guns and brought them to that toy show, what would happen?
Oh yeah, I bet they would sell.
You think so?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it would have to be like timed right. Like right now, with Guardians of the Galaxy 2 just coming out recently, I think they would sell pretty well.
Yeah.
But 6 months down the road, people forget about it or don't really care about it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it would work as well.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that was those are my pickups, man. I had some pretty good stuff. My son. Oh, so I'm trying to teach my son how to wheel and deal, right?
Yeah.
And there was this kid there with his dad. He said his dad had a table set up, and this kid was selling some of his Pokemon cards, and he had a bunch of them laid out. And I told him, I said, figure out what you want, and then we'll make a deal. So I said, stand right here, look at these. I'm going to walk around the corner here. I'm going to look at some stuff, and then I'll come back and we'll talk to him. So as I'm walking back, I hear my son goes, okay, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you $20 for that one. And I walk over and say, wait. And I look down at the card that he was pointing to, and the kid was only asking $6 for it. I said, wait a minute. I said, this isn't how you work it. I said, okay, pick out all the cards that you want. Okay. And then we'll figure up how much. Because normally, if it's totals like $12, you can say, I'll give you 8 for it, and they'll come back. So I'll take 10, whatever,
Yeah.
Well, I did pick up that Nintendo pad too.
Yeah.
The track and field pad.
Power pad.
Yeah. So that guy was the same guy that I bought my Game Boy from. The one that I've got the Game Boy in the giant case that's shaped like a Game Boy. Okay. I bought that from him last time, about 6 months or so ago. And I've seen that trackpad there for, God, it's probably been there a year or so. And I walked over to his table, and he didn't actually have it out on the table. He had it underneath the table. So I pulled it up. I was looking at it. It had a $20 price tag on it. So I just offered him $10 because it doesn't have the game, but it's the box with the pad. And the pad is still folded up.
Yeah.
So it looked like it's brand new.
Track and field, Duck Hunt, and Mario, right?
I think it was just track and field was supposed to be on it.
Well, it's a three game that came with that system or whatever. You got the upgraded system with the power pad.
Well, this was just the power pad, though.
Yeah. I'm talking about the game for it, though. Like, you can get it. It's Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and Track and Field.
Oh, yeah.
You need the game.
Well, this one shows that it just comes with Track and Field, and I do not have the game. No.
Because down in Wilmington, there's a guy selling the power pad and the game and everything for $28.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
with the
I've
box?
looked at it twice. Yeah, that's where I got Battletoads from.
Well, that ain't bad at all, man. I'd pick it up or offer him 20 for it because I offered the guy $10, knowing that he would come back at 15, and I ended up picking it up for $15 because it's worth it. I'm just gonna put it on the shelf. I'm not actually gonna use it anyway. Plus, the damn thing had never been unfolded. You could tell that it was still folded up from the factory,
like brand new, really.
Like brand new, yeah. Small. Yeah, I mean, the box wasn't sealed or anything, but it was still folded up or probably never been used.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I remember, you would never run on that thing. You would kneel by it and hit your hands on it.
And do this with your hands, yeah.
Because it would never register your feet right.
I've never played one, to be honest with you. The only reason I got it is just because I collect the accessories. I've got pretty much all of them already.
What is it, Robbie the Robot? You got him?
No, that's one I don't have. I don't have him. I've got the Power Glove. I got the NES Advantage. I've got the Acclaim wireless controller. I've got what else? I'm trying to think what else was there. I'd have to go up and look. I got a bunch of them though.
What was the purpose of Robbie the Robot?
He was supposed to be a second player, basically, but he was only really good for the one game, Gyromite.
Okay.
So, because on that game, if you go to, I think it was one of the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah.
If you go to one of he's got a thing on there about Robbie the Robot and playing Gyromite. And basically all it boils down to is there's parts in the game where you have to use a second controller and you have to hold down on the B button to hold this door or something open for you so you can get through. And that's what he does for you, basically.
Nice.
Yep. So I got one more thing too, and this is not toy show related. This is something that I got from eBay. I haven't opened this up yet, so we'll see. This is something that I've been wanting for quite a while to add to my Toy Biz collection. And I'm just going to keep that wrapping because I'm going to use that for your stuff when I send it to you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
It is. Let me get it in the bag here. Probably one of the rarest Toy Biz figures. Hard to find, but I got Deadpool.
Hell yeah.
And it's in really good shape, actually. I mean, the only really bad thing about the package is this here's bent a little bit, but nobody had bid on it. Nobody else had bid on it. And I picked it up for really cheap. I mean, these guys go for like between 40 to 60 bucks just because they're really sought after and they're really hard to find. And I ended up getting a really good deal on it. So I was like, I don't really care if the package is a little bit damaged. At least I can just still say that I've got one, you know?
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. There was one Deadpool figure there that I really wanted, but I just didn't want to pay the price the guy was asking for it. It was one where his mask comes off.
Okay.
And you can see his deformed face.
Yeah, he's like, baby fetus.
Yeah, and honestly, one of the reasons why I wanted it so bad was because in these they give you cards. I don't know if you can see it. They give you cards inside the package.
Yeah, I see it.
And they're random. Like this one here is the one that's in here is Strife.
Okay.
But the one that he had Deadpool in it. And it's completely randomized. So it was probably worth the money that he was asking, but I just didn't want to pay it, you know?
Yeah.
But he's also missing one of them. No, there it is. It's at the bottom. One of his daggers, one of his swords. But
would it fall out?
I think so, yeah, because it's sitting there in the bottom of the package.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be like in his sheath.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So we made out pretty well, man. It was a good time. Lots of cool stuff to see. I did not get a chance to ask the Disney guy your question.
Why?
Because there was a long ass line
for him.
For him,
he
yeah.
Had to have been asked that question. I'm telling you right now.
I know. And I wanted to ask him so bad, but I'm like, man, I'm not standing here for like 20 minutes in line just to ask him
20 minutes. You know how long I've stood in line before?
Yeah, but for something that you want, for somebody you want.
For something I wouldn't want.
Why would you do that?
See, a piss test, shot.
God. Oh, I forgot you're in the military.
I've stood in line for hours for ridiculous reasons.
Yeah, I forgot you're military. You guys are used to
retired.
That hurry up and retired military. Yeah. You guys are used to that whole hurry up and wait stuff.
Hurry up and wait, like for hours and hours and hours. You got to sign this roster. It's only going to take an hour and a half to get to the front of the line because the battalion is here.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Holy shit.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah,
Enough of that.
I wasn't about to because I had my kid there and stuff, and I was just too excited to see all the other stuff.
Hey, dude, is that a penis on the castle? I just
It would have been awesome if he would have had like a big poster of that behind him, you know, when he was signing the stuff.
Because you drew it.
Oh man. They had, I'm not familiar with wrestling at all, like old 80s wrestling, but Cowboy Bob Orton was there. I'm not sure who he is. It sounds familiar, but I don't know. I never watched wrestling as a kid, but I'm sure we got wrestling fans out there.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan's was like the my understanding of wrestling with the 2x4 and shit. Like,
yeah.
I thought he was the coolest, and that was it.
Yeah, I remember him. Junkyard Dog.
Yep.
And Jake the Snake.
Yep.
Yeah. I just remember that from my friends watching, and I never really watched it, but my stepbrother was kind of into wrestling too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good
Hayden's
stuff.
really into wrestling. He's playing that stupid wrestling game right now, and it's what is it? It's on the PlayStation because it's on the PlayStation Now library, so you can just play it or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's playing that, and he's playing it all the time, like nonstop. I'm like, dude, you need to play something else because this is driving me freaking insane. Like, just like watching the Ultimate Cage match or the what is it, tornado tag or like regular tag team. I'm like, what? Like, wrestling just never made sense to me, dude. Never.
Yeah, I never got into it either. I don't know. I'm not really into sports anyway, so
It's
not that that's really
classified
a
as
sport.
sports. That's entertainment. It's
yeah.
entertainment because it's supposed to be a story. There's supposed to be a story to it. And
Yeah,
none of their stories
probably.
have ever drug me in to watch that stuff religiously. Like I got a buddy while I was in the Marine Corps. He loved wrestling. Like actually I got two of them. When I was a new Marine, my first enlistment, we had a guy named Miranda. His last name was Miranda. We all called him Huggy Bear because he just wanted to walk up to him and like hug him. You know what I mean? Because he was like so just cuddly or whatever. It was really weird. Like I ended up being roommates with him when we came back from ship, and he'd get out of the shower, right, and he'd have his towel wrapped around his waist, and he'd come out and he'd always like want to wrestle you. Like, dude, you are naked. Stay away from me.
Yeah, dude. No naked wrestling. No
naked wrestling, man. He was entertaining as fuck. Like it was
awesome.
so entertaining. Like every day with him was like a new adventure. It was funny.
Nice. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I had my old neighbor was really big into wrestling, and every Sunday or Monday, whenever the hell it was on, man, he was glued to his TV all night
it was
watching
Monday Night SmackDown, I think it was, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus.
I don't get it.
So what else happened at the toy show? Was there any entertaining like things going on there, or like?
No, there wasn't really a whole lot of cosplay. Normally I see a lot of cosplay in there, and I didn't see a whole lot of it this time. Not much, man. It was just, like I said, it was just crazy and crowded, kind of smelly in there, you know, and
smelled like a 8-day-old yard sale.
Kind of did, yeah. But no, we had fun, man. We stayed there. We left there about 11:30. It was actually almost noon, I think, when we left. So we were there for a good few hours, and my son was a trooper. I mean, he followed right along, and we had a good time.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
Looking forward to the next one in September, I believe. Yeah.
Is it a bigger one?
No, it'll be about the same. Once they get closer to Christmas, usually they'll have one. Let's see, September, October, probably November. They'll have one like mid-November or something like that. And then they'll have another one like a couple weeks before Christmas. And that's usually a big one. Okay. And I like going to that one because, number one, there's a lot of vendors, but also, two, the Marines are there for the Toys for Tots. So a lot of people bring in toys and stuff and donate.
That's cool, man.
So it's fun, yeah.
That's good.
It's a good time. So, well, you want to get into the Spider-Man thing?
You want to get into the Spider-Man thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, I just wanted to say, too, if anybody out there, any listeners, if you're on Xbox, hit us up on Xbox, man. We had a great time. You and I had a great time last night playing 7 Days to Die.
Well, you had a great time.
Well, yeah. We like to mess with Dave sometimes whenever we're playing. He's fun to screw with whenever we're doing video games. But in fact, that's actually how he and I had met. We were
rocket launcher
playing 7 Days to Die, and he was just some random dude that joined in on our server, and he stuck around for a couple months and helped us build our base, and we would have like rocket launcher fights, and I'd take and plant landmines and stuff right outside his front door, so as soon as he come out, he'd blow up.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was fun, though. It was fun. So But yeah, if you're on Xbox, hit me up. It's what is my Xbox? I think it's Bad Wolf 79. I think.
But like it's got X's in front of it or something.
Oh yeah, it's let me look it up here. I don't even know. I think it's X. Yeah, let me find it here. But yeah, we play. We play 7 Days to Die. A little bit of everything, really.
Yeah, I'm really into 7 Days to Die, and
yeah, it's X Bad Wolf 79X, and the B and the W are both capitalized. But yeah, hit me up. If you want to play that. I play Destiny. I haven't played it very much lately. I haven't played Xbox a whole lot lately, period, just because I've been playing the Switch. But once I beat Zelda, I kind of really haven't played it much anymore.
Yeah, and I'm on there too. Turmoil 77. TERMOIL 77. Because the right turmoil was taken.
You ever wonder, like, you'll set up an email or something, and it'll be something just completely obscure, like an Xbox,
like Fuzzy Nut?
Yeah, something like that. You're like, no, there's no way anybody would ever has this already, and then you click it, and it says this is already taken.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Silly. They're so silly. So
sometimes I think they just pull up like random names or something, that Xbox does, and just I don't know.
So just to let you know, I know you have it, but I need to update my graphics card as well. But I got 7 Days to Die on Steam today.
Oh, did you? Yeah. So, I tell you what, me and we were playing last night. You and I were playing with our old friend Nick, who we played 7 Days to Die with, like, from the beginning.
Yeah.
And he and I had actually bought it on Steam because it was like 10 or $15. It was pretty cheap. But I was playing it on my laptop. My laptop was by no means a gaming laptop, and there was just so much lag. But I will say that the graphics were way better.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get used to the whole point and click thing. I don't like using my
you can configure your controller. Your Xbox
can
hook up to your
and I did, but there's still times where you have to
grab the mouse. Yeah,
you have to grab the mouse, or you have to hit the one of the keys on the keyboard. And I just couldn't get used to it. I know there's tons of PC gamers out there that that's just probably the way they've always played, and they hate playing with a controller. So I guess it's what you're used to. I guess I don't know.
I don't know, man. I look at the keyboard, I'm like, that's a lot of keys.
And I will tell you this, though, using the keyboard, once you get used to it, it is a lot quicker to get through the menus, to get through crafting stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's all just one key. Plus, you can search the menu, too, for whatever you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, you can search it on Xbox, too, but you got to go through and scroll through and click on each letter, or where on the keyboard you just type it in to find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good game. So if anybody out there wants to play, hit us up. We're on. I think we're gonna be playing it a lot more. We kind of put it down for. I mean, hell, it's been probably 6 months since I played it before last night. But I forgot how fun the game is.
Well, yeah, you saw it when you came over to my map too, like. Because I'm not gonna start fresh, man. I don't care who you are. Like starting fresh from day one, and you've worked as hard as you have to have everything that you have. So your forge, your cement mixer, your workbench, all your food stored up from hunting, like everything. Like to have that just ripped away because you have to play the new update is bullshit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll play creative, and then we put a rule set in place. After we have everything set up to where we were, and then you go,
Yeah.
Like it's reasonable.
Yeah, it does suck starting over. I did it the other night. What was it, Friday night, I guess. I got on there and I just started a new server because I wanted to see all the new stuff that they've done to the game. And it really sucks, because on our old server, we were on day 240 something, and we had our base was so big that it was lagging so bad that we actually had to go off to another area of the map and start building in another place. But just the fact that you have all that stuff, and this was, as you know, this was a legit server where it's not creative mode. Everything we've got, we built, we made, and that's a lot of work. I mean, we got probably 8 months, I think, into that server, just to get to day 240 something.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that we've built, man, it sucks going back and starting over.
Yeah.
But that's part of the challenge too. It's kind of the fun of it is the challenge of starting over and bumping up the zombies where they're a little bit harder.
Okay. Insane.
Insane mode, yeah.
And that's why I didn't have any fun.
Oh, come on.
Well, I got knocked down. What was it, day 1 or whatever? I was out there by myself, got knocked down, lost all the stuff I found. You guys didn't have any zombie interaction or whatever. And then I come back, and then the zombies are following me back, and you're like, oh, yay, zombies we can fight. And I brought like 30 zombies in there. It's like all the zombies were coming at me all the time. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what sucked too for you, and I get your frustration, is the fact that your bag wasn't showing up when you would die. You would drop the bag and it wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
And that happened to me too before we ended up quitting that server, because I had all kinds of stuff, man. I had 2 airdrops. I had stuff from 2 airdrops that I had in that bag.
Jesus.
And remember whenever the zombies came in and they tore out the floor underneath us, and you and I fell down there and died.
Yeah.
Our bags were gone. And I had a lot of good stuff in there. That really pissed me off.
And there was a grizzly that came in there too. So it was great.
Oh, there was? I must have been gone for that.
Yeah, you went to eat or something, and me and Nick were sitting there. He's like, here's a club, dude. I was like, I'm like banging this man-at-arms in his ass with a club.
Right, with a club, yeah. Yeah. Hell, we were having a hard enough time just killing the regular zombies with the club, man, because there was 3 of us ganged up on one zombie, and, dude, we were beating the shit out of the zombie. And it took us probably about 7 or 8 minutes just to kill him.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they were low-level weapons, but still, I mean...
Well, Nick ended up giving me a 103 club. He's like, here's a 130 club, dude. And I was like, I grab it and I see it. It's like, Nick, this is 103. You got like slight dyslexia in there?
It's still 100. Level 100 is not very much on a wooden club.
What was it? It just had turned orange. And I'm just...
Nice.
It was fun, man. Thanks, Nick. Yeah. Thanks for the... And then I died again. I think I was on like death 10 by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he pushed me down the hole when I was trying to beat the bear.
He pushed you down the hole. I will tell you this, though. Your castle on your server is pretty badass. So we'll have to get on there sometime soon. And because we were just getting ready to hit Horde Night, I think. Whenever I left. I don't know if you guys stuck around, but
no, we both left.
Yeah, we'll have to do that, because I was starting to dig that tunnel underneath that island across from your island.
Yeah.
And I want to build that. I want to go down. I want to dig through like to the middle of the island and then have like a scuttle going up, and just like, leave that island like it is and have everything underneath it.
Yeah, concave, or take away the whole inside of the island and like build on the inside of the island.
Yeah, and then I want to go down and build a cave, or I want to build a tunnel going between the 2 islands underneath, and then coming up into the bottom of your base.
That'd be badass. Into the center courtyard or something.
Yeah. We should,
because that's the only place I don't have like 3 layers of concrete.
Okay.
I did that because of like comments on the Facebook page for one. I know we're in a different Facebook group talking about this stuff right now, but
that's all right.
Was it Richard Burke? He was always like, yeah, man, them zombies, they dig, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I know they dig. You should see like the map I was on today that I was telling you about, my day 41 of my first server ever. They dug underneath the house. Like I made a pit in front of the door or whatever with spikes and all that.
Yeah. And
they'd fall down into the pit. They'd die, but they were digging as they were dying. So like they were digging into the center of the house. The whole center of the house collapsed on the first floor.
Oh,
shit. But all my stuff is on the 3rd floor.
Well, the way they operate too is zombies that are standing up they're gonna break stuff that's in front of them. They're always gonna break stuff that's in front of them. So you get the crawling zombies or the spider zombies. They're the ones that are gonna dig down because they're laying on their belly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, and I don't know if they ever brought it to the console, but I know on the PC, this was months ago. They were talking about doing minor zombies. So the zombies that'll actually be underground already as you're digging down.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. But that might only be on the PC version. I'm not sure.
I don't know. The PC version has so much crap. Like your character, you can build your character from scratch. Like eyes, chin, nose. Like you can have like your chest size. You can have them be fat. You can have them be super skinny. You can have. It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like that's why I had the fit I had the other day on that Facebook.
Yeah, you were going off. You were very opinionated.
Yeah, yeah. And I try not to be, but like when I see so many advances in the PC version, like compared to like when we both had it originally, right? And it was like PC was just a little bit ahead of us, just a little bit, you know. And now it's like they're fucking Alpha 15, Alpha 16, and they're going on Alpha 17, and they have like 40 different NPCs. They have like all these things. They have snakes in the grass that bite you that you can't see. They have a generator where you can generate power and run it through your whole place.
Oh my
like you'd
God.
have little dude, there is so much that they've done. Like that's why I was saying the stuff that I was saying.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the money that we give them from the console has gone to further the PC version, in my eyes, coming from the console. You give me
I agree. Yeah, because you were saying that the sales numbers that they were selling more, like 4 times more on console than they were on PC, but yet they're putting all the money into the PC. I want to know when the hell they're going to bring it out of alpha, because we've had this game for over a year. And
they can never bring it out of alpha because it is a PC game. It'll always be in alpha because it's always developing.
They're always building it, yeah.
Yep. So you can sit there and say alpha this, alpha that. I don't want to hear your alpha. What I want to hear is this is the game. Now we've gotten to this point. Now, if you want any other packs after this, you got to buy this pack. PC or console and all. Like you got to buy that pack and that pack, you know?
Right.
Like that's how you need to do it.
But at least they're not charging us for the updates too.
Well,
the additional stuff, because a lot of developers that they're going to save that as a package and sell it to you. Here's a $20. Here's the $20 DLC, or you can buy the subscription or whatever for it.
And I feel this might be a bold statement, and I've said it. I said it on the page, but I feel that Fun Pimps pimped out the consoles to pay for their PC version.
Yeah.
The Fun Pimps.
The Fun Pimps.
Yeah.
The PC Pimps.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, and you can take it and leave it. I don't give a damn. It's just how I feel. Like if PC was just still slightly ahead of us, I wouldn't feel this way. But they're like leaps and bounds ahead of console, and you can sit there and be like, "Oh, it's operating system. Oh, it's that." Well, then you got your games like look at Wildlands, look at Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, I do know that one of the reasons why I'm not going to say that this is the reason why they're so far ahead, but one of the reasons why that the PC is ahead, because they can do updates on the PC at any time. I know with the PlayStation and with the Xbox, they have to send the update through the certain channels to get it approved, essentially, before it's released, and it takes longer. I mean, it takes. And I've heard Joel say that it takes a month sometimes to get an approval.
Well, you're right, and I've said that too. It really matters who's in your corner. It's a political game, right? So look, they have a beast, and you can't say that they're not a beast because they've released so many games. Telltale, like they've released so many games. Iron Galaxy, right? When you have two big names behind the Fun Pimps, the original creators of that game. Like you have two big names that'll go to bat for you, and they have the lawyers and they have the power. They're like, we want to release this. Like they could do it instead of just releasing the shit on just PC because it's easier. it's easier. There's not as much work to release it on PC as there is on console. You don't want to put the work in for me.
Yeah, but it also does cost them more because now they have those two companies that are backing them up that they have to pay for the production, essentially, of the game.
Yeah.
Whereas through Steam, the only people they got to pay, essentially, is Steam.
Yeah.
I mean, they can put it straight from the drawing board or right onto the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll get there because I follow Joel on YouTube, and I haven't really been keeping up lately with his videos because I haven't been playing the game. But I know back when I was, there was some pretty amazing stuff that they were bringing to the game. They were bringing football player and cheerleader zombies to it.
They're there.
They are?
Yep.
Okay. Because he was talking about, he even showed like a football, like a rundown football stadium.
Yep. It's there.
It's on the console now?
Nope.
It's on PC?
All that stuff's on PC. That's what I'm saying. They're like leaps and bounds ahead of console. They're getting ready to drop Alpha 17.
Really? We're at what, 10 on console?
On console, we're like 14. What is it, 14.10 or something like that? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're a couple behind them. But I don't know, man. I'm anxious to see. I hope that they do. I hope they get their shit together. I actually was talking to my buddy Brian Mock from the Z-Poc Nation, and because he was doing a live stream. He's doing a live stream with that game the other night, and I called him, I think, the next day, and we were talking on the phone. I was giving him some pointers on the game, and I told him about Joel, what's his name, Hubrink or whatever it is.
Was he playing on a computer?
No, he was playing on PS1. Or
okay.
PS1, God.
PS4. Yeah, PS1.
Yeah, he was playing
was it turned upside down with the fan on it?
Right. There was a lot of lag in the game. But I turned him on to Joel, and I said, you need to get him on your show, because they're a zombie-themed podcast. I said, get a hold of him. He seems like a really nice, down-to-earth guy. Get him on your show. So if he does, man, maybe we can chime in on some live chat or something whenever they do and ask some of these questions.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But, okay. Well, let's move on to our second half of the show. Let's talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, this is the part we are going to give spoilers. We're going to talk freely about this movie. So if you don't want to hear it, I suggest you go ahead and stop the show now until you watch the movie, then come back and finish the show. So spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I cannot stress this enough. So, okay. So Spider-Man Homecoming. I know that you didn't get to see the trailers because you said that you showed up kind of late. You were walking in as the credits or as the
right as it started. I didn't miss any of the movie, but I missed like it had just come past the opening credits or whatever. So
gotcha. Okay. So there was some pretty decent trailers. They showed the trailers for the new Jumanji, which looks pretty good. We talked on the last show about how they're, redoing these old movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool how they're redoing this one because they're modernizing it essentially. So in the original one, you remember it was a board game that they played, and the board game made their world kind of come to life, right?
Yeah.
Well, on this one, it's supposed to be, it's an old video game console. It looks like an Atari, kind of like an Atari.
Really?
Yeah. And they basically get sucked into the video game because this girl is stuck in the video game, and they have to complete the game to get her out or something like that.
Okay.
But it looks pretty good. It's got The Rock. It's got Jack Black. It's got, what's his name? The real short guy. Oh God, the funny guy, the little funny black guy.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah, Kevin Hart, and it's got Karen Gillian, who's one of my favorites in it. So I think it'll be pretty good. But I think one of the movies that I'm most excited for, and I finally got to see the full trailer, is that Valerian movie. It looks really good.
Yeah,
like it is. It seems like the ultimate sci-fi movie, like what we've all been waiting for. I mean, it looks comparable to Star Wars as far as like the effects. It's almost like Star Wars meets Avatar kind of, with that
Wait,
kind
man,
of.
you didn't like John Carter?
I didn't see it. I didn't see that one. No.
I'm just playing. Keep going.
So, but those were the two that I saw that kind of stuck out in my mind. So, I don't know when they're coming out, but it should be pretty good. So,
Yeah. Was there any other good trailers or semi-good trailers?
no, not really. I don't even remember the other ones that they had on there. But yeah, so okay, so initial thoughts on the movie. What was your initial thoughts like when you walked out of the theater? What was your thoughts on
it? Initial thoughts of the whole movie. It was a good movie. Tony Stark had total control of that whole situation.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I was sitting there trying to think about how am I going to say this. Yeah. Do you want us to get rid of the training wheel protocol?
Yeah. You know that he put that in there for him to find because he knew that he would find it and deactivate it.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the funnier parts. Where
what was it? There was a training wheel protocol. There was a babysitter or something like that. There was another infant protocol.
Yeah. It was I forgot what it was for. I can't remember. So the premise of the movie is it basically picks up right after the last Avengers movie.
Yeah.
In fact, it was kind of cool. Yeah, he did the little vlog where he's, while he's helping out the Avengers or whatever it is.
Oh my God! Did you just see that? I just took Captain America's shield and I was, and I flipped over him and I was like, bam! And I was like, wow.
Total teenager. I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. I mean, the way they produced this movie and directed it. I mean, even the writing and everything was great because this is what a teenager nowadays. This is how they are. And
I didn't realize that he was being portrayed as 15 years old. Like
that what it was, like 15.
Yeah, I picked it up later in the movie when Aunt May or somebody was talking to him and.
Well, yeah, he couldn't drive. He said he never
couldn't drive. He couldn't drive and all that stuff. Like I didn't really understand, because really in the Spider-Man series, isn't Peter Parker older, junior, senior year?
Yeah, I've always thought him to be older, junior, senior year,
right,
or even
about
maybe just out of high school, maybe. But yeah, so it picks up right after that. It starts off they're showing the cleanup from the aliens that tried to infest the world. The big dragon thing that they were chasing around in the Avengers. Yeah, they were cleaning up all the mess basically. And Michael Keaton was phenomenal. I love Michael Keaton anyway. He's just a great actor, and I think he did a really good job in this movie. I kept thinking about
Birdman.
No, I haven't seen Birdman. I kept thinking about Multiplicity in this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Because whenever he's cleaning up, he's like a construction worker kind of badass kind of guy, and it just made me think. I'm like, I wonder if you could somehow say that it's the same universe as he was in Multiplicity, and this is one of the clones. This is the construction worker clone that he made. I don't know. It's far-fetched, but hey, I could see people doing it.
I like it.
People writing fan fiction about this, where he turned into the Vulture, I thought it was great, man. And there was a lot of little nods too that I picked up along the way. The one was pretty obvious, the whole Ferris Bueller thing. Yeah. When Peter Parker was running through the yards.
Running and webbing himself through the
Yeah, that was awesome. And then they showed they flashed to a clip of Ferris Bueller, or somebody was watching Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
It was awesome. There's a lot of kids out there that I don't get it.
Yeah.
You got to be an 80s or 90s kids, I think, to understand it.
It was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah. What did you think about his suit? What did you think about the suit that Tony Stark gave to him? Do you think it was a little far-fetched?
No. I think I liked it because it actually like I think it enhances his capabilities. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so like, well, think like, I don't even know if that was it. Was even that in the comics? Because I never read Spider-Man.
Well, I haven't read a whole lot of it either, but I've seen like the cartoons on TV and stuff like that. And
Yeah, it's just
from my understanding,
website.
Right, yeah, the Spidey sense, that was part of his mutation.
Yeah,
And the web slinging too, I thought was always part of his mutation, that he would shoot it out of his wrist. But in the movies, he uses the suit, which is, I thought it was pretty cool what they did, as far as giving him like an onboard AI that would kind of help him and all this stuff.
his name Claire. What's her name? Claire.
Was it Karen or something like
Karen.
that? Or Karen?
Karen.
Is that what it was?
Karen. It was Karen. Oh, Karen, you're the best.
Yeah. I think it was a cool addition to it, but I really think that they should have gone back to the roots, and that should have, that's just how he is. He shouldn't need the suit.
Right, and I think that was the premise of it, like the build up to it, like, and Tony talking about that, you know what I mean? Like how he relied on the suit for everything or whatever, and then he lost the suit, Tony took it away or whatever, and then like he went back to just him, and then he saved the day or whatever, and then Tony gives him the suit back at the end for the big fight. You know what I mean? Like that was just pretty cool. Like I think there was a teachable moment within the storyline.
Oh, there was. And I think that they could have still done the suit the way they did it, even if they incorporated his web slinging stuff and his Spidey sense into his mutation. They could have built onto that. Yeah. And use the suit still, because they could use that to change, like all the different ways that he shoots the web and
the electricity web, turning on the no vacancy sign or the hotel sign or whatever.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was funny, man. He was,
and then the kill mode.
Yeah, his eyes go red.
His eyes go a little red. Yeah.
No, deactivate kill mode. No kill mode.
I don't want to kill anybody. That's where he's still a good kid too, though.
And that was part of it too. So skipping ahead to the end, where he was fighting the Vulture, and knowing now that it was his love interest's dad.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that as they were fighting. I'm like, is he gonna have the ability to kill him? But Spidey doesn't really. He's kind of like Superman, he doesn't really kill people. It's not his job, because he is a kid, he's just trying to stop them.
Yeah. Yeah. Altogether, it was a great movie. I loved it.
So one of the other little things that I caught was, on the interrogation mode part.
Yeah.
Did you recognize that guy that got his hand stuck to the back of the car that he was interrogating?
Childish Gambino?
It was Donald Glover.
Yeah.
From Community.
Yeah.
Well, he does the voice of Spider-Man now in the cartoon. So that was kind of a cool little nod. Yeah, it's Miles Morales.
Oh. I know who he is. That's why I said he's Childish Gambino. He's a rapper too.
He is?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Childish Gambino.
Interesting. Yeah. But I thought that was kind of a cool little nod. And obviously Stan Lee was in the movie.
Yeah, and he had way more of a part. Like his little cameo lasted longer than I thought it was gonna.
Yeah, he actually had lines. It wasn't just like a one-line deal. It was like, "Oh, hey Margaret, how's your mom?"
Yeah. Hey Marjorie.
Cool.
It's the classic New Yorker window fucking nod. Like everybody's in windows yelling at each other. Hey, keep it down. You over there. Quit making all that racket. I gotta go to work tonight.
Damn kids.
Damn you kids. I got the broom.
Yeah, that was funny, man. That was funny. So I'm trying to think. So the other thing is, did you notice the very plain looking girl that was like sitting in detention with him?
Yes, and I was waiting to hit this up later, but
okay. Well, we can wait. We can wait. We can talk about other stuff.
Because it's at the end. You know what I mean?
It
It's
is,
like-
yeah, it is at the end. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you caught it, but I
caught it.
think you know
caught
what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The Flash character, he didn't strike me as Flash. Like, I don't know.
No, I was waiting for him to fight him. You know, I was
Yeah.
waiting for that fight to happen, and I'm not really sure why. You know, because Peter kept looking at the clock. I'm thinking, oh man, he's like counting down the time to where he's got to go outside and meet him. School's over, whatever, and then he just runs out of the building, flips over the fence, and runs over to the deli or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way. Maybe that has to do with society these days and the picture. You know what I mean? Like they're not trying to condone any of that kind of actions, so they're not going to put it in the movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that. You know, the whole anti-bully thing. You know, because that's what he was. Flash was a bully.
Yeah.
But I think that they should have seen him get his ass. They should have shown him get his ass kicked, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Trying to remember all the other stuff that went on.
I know it's been like 2 whole days since we've seen it.
Yeah. Well, it was good. It just like the end credits is all the little things like the detention and gym class and doing the physical fitness test and all that shit with Captain America.
With Captain, yeah. Yeah, that was funny because the first time they show him, they're in gym class and he's like, well, I mean, he is really a war criminal now, but whatever. They made me show the video.
Yeah. And then detention. The same gym coach is teaching or monitoring detention.
Yeah.
So you got detention. Let's learn from our mistakes and better ourselves.
Right, yeah. Take your own advice.
Yeah. And then did you wait all the way through?
I didn't, man. I was going to ask you about the end credits because once the movie was over, I had my 3-year-old with me, and he was getting kind of antsy. He wasn't really sitting still for about the last 15 minutes or so. So once it was over, it was over. But we always stay for the end credits, the post-credit scenes.
Okay. So we can get into the other thing, right? So he went to, what was it, the decathlon or whatever in DC?
Yeah.
And he saved the whole decathlon team in the elevator and all that stuff. And that girl that we're both talking about, the quiet, subdued one, like the one that just had little witty remarks here and there, like, you know, she's been following him around. Like he's in detention, she's in detention, and the coach's like, "What are you doing here? Like, I don't understand why you're in detention. You don't even have detention." She's like, "I just like to draw people when they're in their most desperate moments."
Yeah.
And then she turns the picture around. It's a picture of the coach. Like,
yeah, she was talking about before they went on their trip. She was talking about, I want to do some protesting or something.
Protesting, yeah.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Wow. Well, but to get to the end of the movie, like just she had little remarks throughout the movie that were great. And then at the end of the movie, you never hear this girl's name. You never know who she is throughout the whole movie.
Well, they did. They said her name was Michelle or something like that, right?
Michelle, yeah, that was it.
I think it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Just Michelle, like nothing else. You get to the end credits, and Adam, what do they call her?
She says, "My friends call me MJ."
Boom.
Boom. Yep. I guess she's going to be the new Mary Jane, which I think that's cool. I mean, it's cool because, you know, they're kind of straying away from the original comics where Mary Jane was this redhead, you know, and she's right. Yeah. But she's very quiet, very plain. You know, she's, you know, dark-headed, dark complected. She's pretty much opposite of what you think MJ would be. So I'm anxious to see where they're going to go with this and where they're going to take it and how they're going to do it.
So you think they got 3 movies lined up or what?
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. See.
It was definitely a good movie. I liked every bit of it. I
did too. Yeah, it was really good. And my 3-year-old actually did really well sitting through it. My 7-year-old, he had no problems because he loves all the superhero movies. So he had no problem sitting still.
Excuse me.
Let me see what they show here as far as upcoming 2017 to 2021 Spider-Man: Homecoming. So I guess the next one's gonna be Thor: Ragnarok, which I remember seeing the trailer for that.
Yeah. That should come
Justice
out before
League.
Christmas, right?
Yeah, I bet it will. Black Panther.
Yep.
New Mutants. Not sure. I don't know about that one.
New Mutants. X-Men?
I think it is X-Men, yeah, and I actually think it's like a, let's see, the cast revolving around a group of much younger mutants in the X-Men universe than the adults from the proper X-Men movies. The story will also ditch traditional superhero costumes and supervillains in favor of telling a story about these young mutants locked up together in some facility. And then James McAvoy has been rumored to be reprising his role as Professor X. So that's cool. Okay, so yeah, so the Avengers Infinity War release date next May. So that'll be the next time we see Spider-Man. But we're also going to see the Guardians of the Galaxy in that too. Okay. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then the Deadpool 2 in June of next year. And then a new Ant-Man movie.
That's good.
July of next year. God, they got a lot of movies next year, man. X-Men Dark Phoenix. Cool. But yeah, that's yeah, I don't know anything about any more Spider-Mans. I'm sure they will though, because they've got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So winding it out, right? You stuck through the pre-credit piece, right?
Yep.
That was the Mary Jane thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here is me and my son, and people are walking out in the movie theater, you know, because they don't have the patience for it or whatever. And the people with the brooms come in. You're like, all right, yeah, I'm standing here. I'm standing here a little bit longer, looking at the screen. And, yeah, we had some people that were next to us. She's like, yeah, just wait. And, like, she was quiet. And then it came on, and then she started talking as soon as it came on. I wanted to be like, dude, shut your mouth. You're telling your kid to be quiet. They're not even saying anything. Just be quiet. Like, your kid's not saying anything. And supposedly this is like her third time she's watched the movie. Third time.
Damn.
And just released the day before at like 10 p.m. or whatever. Right? And so anyways, screen turns all white. Captain America walks up, and he's like, so, you've been sitting here waiting the whole time. We're going to have a little talk about patience. He's like, we're going to have a talk about patience. Patience is a virtue. Like, he's just like saying all this stuff, and he's like, you're really standing here for no reason at all. And then he looks off to the side to the director or whatever. He's like, how many more of these things do I have to do? Like,
that was it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like
nothing to tie into like Thor or anything like that.
No, nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Oh my god. Well, I'm not disappointed that I didn't stay now, but that would have been cool to see.
Well, you saw the part where his aunt now knows that he's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, at the end she walks in as he's
taking his mask off.
Yeah.
He takes his mask off, and she's like, "What the?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was actually like the end of the movie. Like the movie cut right there.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good movie. Loved it.
Shit, man. That's kind of disappointing that they didn't have some better post-credit trailers, post-credit scenes.
Nah. I just like the fat kid wearing the mask and
yeah. Yeah, it was kind of cool when he puts the suit on. It's really baggy and loose, and then he pushes the button in the middle, and it sucks in.
Yep. It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty neat. Yep. Cool, man. Yeah, I love the movie. I thought it was great. I can't wait to see it again. Once it comes out on video or Amazon or something, I'll definitely watch it. I don't think I'll go back to the theater and watch it a second time, but
yeah,
definitely it will be cool to see when it comes out in a couple months on video. So
yeah, definitely.
Yep. So, well, cool. That was our spoiler for Spider-Man, and I think that about wraps up this show. Unless you got anything else.
No, I'm good, man. Just remember to follow us on all those platforms.
Yeah, and definitely go a couple of the Facebook groups that we support because they support us by letting us post our videos and stuff on their pages. Toy Biz Collectors is one of them. It's a great group if you're into the old Toy Biz or just anything like 90s Marvels. There's constantly people posting cool stuff. And if you're looking to buy some stuff, there's a lot of people on there that sell stuff too. Especially if you're looking for something in particular, you just post on there. There's thousands of members in this group. And then the other one is He-Man. One of the He-Man groups that I'm part of are really, really active. There's about 3 or 4 of them that I'm part of. And there's some vintage 80 toy collectors groups too that I'm a part of. So,
Yep.
Facebook's a good thing for that if you're into collecting or if you're into just retro stuff, period. Even if you're not a collector, some of these groups are great just to see what people post and kind of reminisce, and learn more about a lot of these toys and stuff from our childhood. So, because there's stuff that people post and I'm like, oh my God, I completely forgot about that thing. I had no idea that it was still around. So it's good stuff.
All those people, yeah. So the best thing that can help us out is if you like and share this Facebook or share this post, and get us out there. We need to get known. Yeah.
Subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're watching this right now on YouTube, subscribe down below like everybody does. I'm going to get my camera right there. Down below. Subscribe.
Are you pointing at your penis?
Yeah, I am. Subscribe to this, baby. Also, go to our Facebook page. Just search Masters of the Retroverse. You'll find us. We post all kinds of good stuff. And plus, we always post whenever we're getting ready to go live on YouTube. So you can join us and chat. You can find us on iTunes on the audio podcast. Don't forget to leave us a review. We're looking for reviews because that helps us out. That helps us know that people are listening. And it helps build us up in the ranks a little bit to get us more noticed on iTunes. Same thing on Google Play. So we're on there as well. So you can find us on any of those places, or you can find us here, usually either Friday nights or Sunday nights, right here live on YouTube.
Yep. And
come hang out with us. There again, if you can find me on Xbox, it's X Bad Wolf 90 or Bad Wolf 79 X, and that's about it, man. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep. Turmoil, TERMOIL 77 Xbox One.
Right. And now David's going to sit here and admire his green screen behind him with the giant man-at-arms. His mouth is open, kind of funny too. It looks kind of funny.
Do I need to stand up and turn around?
I'm thinking so, yeah.
I don't know. Oh, the green screen. Is that my butt? What is that?
Oh God. All right. Well, that's it for us.
I'm in my throne. I'm at peace.
Yep. See everybody next week.